Thank you, Chairman Engel, and thank you, Ranking Member McCall. It's also good to see my colleague from my home committee, Financial Services, Mr. Sherman, with us here today. I appreciate all of your commitment to addressing the scourge that is human trafficking. I'm here today to shed light on an issue that affects every corner of this nation and every country in this world: human trafficking. Human trafficking is a horrendous crime that represents a real threat across the United States, and in particular to the people of Southeast Wisconsin. This isn't just a faraway problem. Human trafficking has been reported in every county in the state of Wisconsin. Boys, girls, men, women, all ages, nationalities, and backgrounds are victims of human trafficking. More than 500,000 people are trafficked across international borders every year. More than 14,000 women, children, and men are trafficked into the United States. This is a global epidemic. Criminals have become organized and sophisticated in their ways, making human trafficking a lucrative industry. The International Labor Organization estimates more than $150 billion in illegal profits is made from forced labor each year. If there's a profit to be made, these criminals will take advantage of it. That is where a nonpartisan solution comes into play to deter these crimes from occurring. Currently, the United States uses the Trafficking in Persons report to engage foreign governments to combat human trafficking. Governments will report their efforts to stop human trafficking within their own country. Foreign aid is then given to these countries based on their strides to prevent these crimes. However, while Trafficking in Person reports evaluate several criteria, there's no requirement to showcase a country's efforts to disrupt the illicit financing of human trafficking. In April, I introduced my first bill, the Exposing the Financing of Human Trafficking Act. This nonpartisan bill holds countries accountable for their involvement in human trafficking. The Exposing Financing of Human Trafficking Act requires countries to report their efforts to investigate, prevent, and prosecute financial crimes associated with human trafficking. Right now, countries that receive U.S. aid have no responsibility to report their effort to prevent money laundering from human trafficking. We can change this. We must follow the money. And while this bill may be a simple change, it will have a global impact on how countries combat human trafficking. 47 of my colleagues have joined me in this effort, many of whom are members of this committee. Not only does this bill strengthen our effort to combat human traffickers' use of the domestic financial system, it importantly encourages other countries to cut off traffickers from the global financial system. This effort is just one piece of the puzzle. Fighting human trafficking requires a multifaceted approach. That's why awareness campaigns, school counselors, teachers, law enforcement officers all play a vital role. I'm thankful to the Southeast Wisconsin law enforcement community. Many of our county sheriffs and police officers are working diligently on human trafficking. We have to work together, all of us, Democrats and Republicans, local, state, federal, international partners, to take this crisis head on. I'm going to continue to work with my community in Southeast Wisconsin to address this problem, and I'll continue to fight this issue here in Congress. Bringing attention to human trafficking is a necessary first step, and passing this legislation and other anti-human trafficking bills is the next step. Our work isn't done. So today, I ask the committee to mark up the Exposing the Financing of Human Trafficking Act. I'm confident it would pass with broad bipartisan support on both sides of the aisle. And thank you again to Chairman Engel and Ranking Member McCall for the opportunity to speak here today and for your work on this issue. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much,